7, we're not going to go through page by page, so don't get scared. We're going to fly through it. We're quick talkers here. All right, just want to go over mission leader requirements. One thing that's new this year is we're asking everyone to, both leaders and team members, to have completed God First Life classes. You'll notice that for team members, we're asking them to go ahead and do that before team meeting 1. But again, that's ideal. I would say really they need to have gone through the classes before airplane purchases. And the reason is for that is because we really want you to know who is on your team. We want people to go on the mission field who believe in Jesus and Jesus alone. I mean, before processes have been in place, I have been on a trip with Celebration way before Cassie or Andrea was in the department, and we found out there was a Unitarian on the team. It was like, oh, okay. So this is a good process to have in place. We want everyone to go through God First Life classes. We want everyone to be a member. The question has come up, if a person is out of state, if they've come to Celebration but now they've moved off, they still want to participate in Missions with Celebration. We say absolutely. We just ask that, again, it's up to you as a team leader to really gauge them. Do you know them? Can you vouch for them? Do you feel good about them? Can they Skype in for some team training sessions, things like that. So we can definitely look at those options. I know that it's a goal to have God First Life classes online someday. So if that's available, we would love them to go through it. But we don't want to hinder anyone from going on the field. Also, you'll notice under mission team leader requirements, one is to attend breakthrough classes. So again, this is something that's still getting formulated. As you know, we're launching Breakthrough. Well, it's already been launched, but it's really on Pastor's heart to really promote it and get it into life of the church this year. So it's one of those things like right now we're saying it's under the mission leader requirement, but I would say you really do have to gauge what's on your plate. We're not going to track it and mandate it at this point, but probably down the road in a semester or 2, we might go ahead and do that. So I just went ahead and listed it on there. And then another...
They start on Thursday, February 7th.
That's right, plug. Pastor Drew, plug. Okay. And at St. John's, plug. When is it? Tuesday? Thursday. OP probably has it too. What up? Probably Hardy too. Hardy's here. Can't forget about those campuses. Another one is for team member requirements. We're asking that everyone fill out an online missions application. This is something that we have, put in our language before, but we really haven't reinforced. So we're really asking you guys to go ahead and, when you get the word out, and I'll talk about that later, to have everyone go online and fill out the missions application. If you go right now, it's hard to find, but look back right before, I want to say February 3rd, right before our Missions Expo, we'll have our website more updated. So if you try to find it right now, it's in the toolbox. And then, sorry, I'm jumping back and forth. Then for mission team leader requirements, one thing, the last point you'll see is attend mission leader meetings. Want to give you a heads up that Thursday, February 7th is our missions and outreach, kind of like what we're talking about for the year of 2013 that's coming up. So again, we'll talk about that in a little bit. So that's that. All right, turn the page. Woo, I'm fire. All right, first I want to talk about recruiting and solidifying your team. Okay, so I want to talk about our part as the church, as the missions department, and then your part as a team leader. First off, we've got expos. The last Sunday of the fast, which is Sunday, February 3rd, is going to be our big missions expo push. So this is the time that we will be handing out flyers. We'll be talking about missions from the stage. This is going to be like our big expo promotion push. So how it's going to look a little bit different is that we're not going to need as much staffing as we have in the past. But if you do go to another campus, just a heads up, you might want to go to the missions director or campus administrator, and if you want to staff it at the other campus, definitely go to them. I know we've already put some people in place for the arena, but so we'll have it. So we'll be advertising it then on February 3rd, church at large, and then we'll also have information at the info center, the website, print pieces as appropriate. Also on February 3rd, we're going to be handing out to everyone campus-wide, driving people to our website, as well as the February 7th Missions and Outreach Night, where they can hear more information about missions. So we're really trying to, the way that we tried to schedule all of our trips this year is we really tried to schedule them like May through December so that it would give us a chance to promote everything in January, get the word out, get it out there, and then you guys can help do a lot of the follow-up, things like that. So then, and then another thing that's new this year is we're also going to be promoting trips to the God First Live class, the 301 class, which is the fourth Sunday every month. So if you've been to 301, if you've been through God First Life classes, we talk about serving teams and missions and outreach. So people have an opportunity to hear about missions, serving, and outreach, put down their interest thing, hey, I'm interested in this trip. So that's a great thing that is ongoing monthly. And then lastly, we've got, as a department, we have missions and outreach, Facebook, Twitter, blog. We'll probably be getting Instagram soon. So those are avenues that we as a church are going to promote your trip. But your part is going to be definitely just word of mouth, the personal ask. Use your platform, the influence of people that to ask people. If you're serving in an area, whether it's kids or wherever, go to your director, coordinator, whoever, see if you can make an announcement or have it in the, if your direct report sends out like a weekly email to the team, see if they can put it in their weekly email, things like that. Clear communication. We say that you can do an interest meeting. It's not mandatory, but if you don't have time to do an interest meeting, you can really get the word out if you just have some clear communication ahead of time. So that just includes, the dates, the costs, deadlines, team meeting schedule, things like that. We tried to give you guys this year as much tools as possible to get the word out. So back in the appendix, you'll see that there's an interest flyer, sample template. You can see what that looks like, fill in the blanks. We're going to put it up in our toolbox on our website. You can download it, fill in the information so you guys don't have to spend a bunch of time doing a lot of admin. Just fill in the blanks. Do personal flyers to people you personally know. You can't go passing them out the doors. Don't put them out the information center. If you're in Fuse or if you're in Sub 30, definitely go to the appropriate person and ask to see if you can do stuff like that. But we can't just leave flyers around anymore. We're not mom and pop anymore. All right. I don't know if we ever were. And then timely follow-up. So again, we put in this year something that's new, a follow-up email, because once we have the expo, you'll be getting a lot of people that you might not know sign up for your list, and Andrew will be sending you that, hey, these people signed up, they're interested. So instead of trying to figure out, what do I need to say to them? There's a template in your appendix. Just go, see what you need to do, put it in there, reply. So we ask that you do your part when it comes to promotion, recruiting, and solidifying your team. And then you'll see down there on application process, we're asking that everyone go ahead and submit an application. The great thing about this too is that they have to not only list why do they want to go on the trip, any medical, medical things that would prevent them from going on the trip. Like for example, we now know that the Israel trip requires, is it 5 miles of walking per day, possibly. So that's a good thing to know if you can't do that. Another thing that the application really helps to provide is any red flags. You as a missions leader, we're asking you to screen these applications. If you have any red flags, any white flags, please, please, please. This is why I'm here. Please come to me, talk to me about it. We can redirect the person to a more appropriate trip, or maybe even a local outreach, or wherever. I can help. We can help land the person somewhere. But if you ever have, I really want you to be confident in who you're bringing on the mission field. So if you don't know someone, a lot of people do personally recruit, so that it's just easy. But if you don't know someone, I would really say take the time to get to know them. It'll really save a lot of headache and hard work on the flip side once you realize, ooh, maybe this isn't a good fit for the team. So, and again, if you have any questions, you can always bring that to me. Okay, so that's the application process. There's one more thing about the application. Oh, another great thing about the application online is that they actually have to check off where they've read and understand the financial policies, which is a great thing because in meetings, a lot of your time can be taken up with questions of financial policies. So it states that they've read it, they have to check off on it. So it's really, it's hopefully designed to really save you a lot of time on the back end. Okay, so that is about applications. And now